Greetings and welcome to 2025. Welcome to spring semester. Welcome to English 1010. My name is Mike Murphy. I'm a professor in English at Pellissippi State. Welcome to class. Welcome to college if this is your first semester. We got a lot of work ahead of us for the next few weeks or so, but um, I am here to try to help shepherd you through all that and get you to the end of the semester and ready for the rest of your college education. My office, just to give you a little bit of heads up, my office is located on the Magnolia Avenue campus, which is kind of downtownish if you are in Knoxville. If you're not, probably doesn't mean much to you. But I say that just in case, even though this being an online class, if you are, for whatever reason, around and just happen to be taking an online class, if you have other classes scheduled on campus, or if you are local enough to the area, always feel free to avail yourself of in-person help and assistance. If you'll look at the syllabus, which I know many of you have, by this point on Tuesday, already seen and checked out and even taken the quiz over. One of the first things listed is my office location and my office hours. My office is downstairs in room 001A, and my office hours, as listed, Monday and Wednesday from 1:30 to 2:30, Tuesday from 10 to 11, and then, of course, Thursday my office hours are virtual, which essentially means I'm available just any time you need. Just because you're an online student doesn't mean you can't, come and visit and get help in person. I don't know how many of you know really what to expect as far as English 1010 goes. Some of you may have attempted it once and this is your second try. Some of you may be starting college for the first time this semester. Essentially, if you are familiar with the idea of English being a class where you read a thing and then report on a thing, that's not really what this class is about. What this class is about is, on the one hand, the essay writing process, just actually writing and composing and organizing, and we are kind of process based. We do sort of take things in a little bit of a step-by-step basis. But the other aspect of this is certain elements of writing, mostly focused on use of research or outside sources and argumentative writing, persuasive writing. That may or may not appeal more or less to you than writing book reports on novels, but just to let you know, that's more or less what we're doing. We will have 4 essays throughout the course of the semester, each one focusing on a different rhetorical task, each one utilizing outside sources in different ways. We're going to start with just kind of one-on-one engagement with texts. First couple of essays, one will be a response essay where you're going to be asked to read a thing, and yes, summarizing it and giving a broad strokes of what the speech actually says is part of the assignment, but the bulk of the assignment is responding, making connections to the text, identifying things that are said in the text that speak to you, and then also exploring why and in what way does it speak to you, and mining ourselves for ideas in terms of how to explain why we either do or don't or kind of sort of enjoy reading a thing that we'll read. The second essay is critical comparison, and critical meaning analyzing the rhetoric of a text. And we'll talk about what all of that means. But essentially, once we break down the elements of rhetoric, how to be persuasive, what is it that can make a piece of writing or an essay or a speech, whatever the case may be, what is it that makes an essay persuasive? How does an author write persuasively? And the goal will be to take 2 attempts and compare how they approach the concept. Not necessarily which one do you like better than, but just considering what it is that they're trying to do with this text. One author went one direction, one author went another direction. What's the difference? How does it work? Kind of text. But both of those assignments will involve you engaging and reading a text and looking for particular things to utilize in your sources. And then our second two essays will be research focused. One in which you take a position on a topic that I'll give you, and another in which you engage a text argumentatively and respond argumentatively using research. So that's the basis of the work that we're going to be doing this semester. In my experience, it's not necessarily anything that someone coming into a college situation should be ill prepared for. I know that there's a lot of anxiety perhaps in the idea of reading and writing and writing about things that you read. But I am here first and foremost to be a guide, be a steward for you in that. And so anytime throughout the semester you have any questions about this class or what's going on or an assignment in particular, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. The rest of the coursework will be the weekly reading a source. There will almost always be a quiz associated with something that I give you to read. There will be discussion posts. There will be topics that I'll put up, and that'll be part of the brainstorming, idea generation steps of the writing process, where I throw out an idea and then you just sort of talk with your other classmates and myself about what kind of things germinate from those ideas and how might some of these things that germinate eventually become an essay that you might write for class. The coursework that we have ahead of us, the grading scale, everything related to my policies regarding due dates and attendance and reaching out, that's all in the syllabus. And if you're watching this video, then chances are somewhere just below on the home page from this video is a welcome message where I have linked directly to the first handful of assignments. These assignments are there to kind of familiarize you with how to do an online course, how to do an online course. So the first discussion post that is assigned is very introductory. It's kind of the howdy and shake, as I call it. There's a couple of things that you can say about yourself, but then the ultimate post is the icebreaker. Two truths and a lie, which is a game that many of you may have already played in your time. Try to have fun with it. Try to stump us, make it unclear which one is a lie or not. There's also a reading quiz, and the reading quiz is going to cover the syllabus, and both of those are linked in the homepage as well. The third week one assignment, as it is for this course, is the entrance writing sample. And the entrance writing sample is essentially just me saying to you, here's a topic, go write an essay, for the purpose not for me to go in and critique and nitpick grammar or offer revision selection or revision suggestions, but more to just sort of see where you're at as a writer, see what kind of writer you are, get a sense of what your writer's voice is like, get a sense of what your strengths are as opposed to weaknesses necessarily, and to get a sense of what it is that I might best help you with over the course of the next 15 or 16 weeks. It's a very straightforward topic, very introductory. If you turn it in, you get full credit, so you don't have to worry about, if the essay is good, just do your best. Obviously, I want you to do your best, but just give it your best shot, and we'll basically use that as a blueprint for how to, in a more one-on-one basis, help you improve as a writer, because that's the ultimate goal of this course. That's more or less it for right now. Be sure to read the syllabus. The only other thing I'll point you to in course content right now is the master syllabus for the course and my office schedule. Both of those are under course documents in course content in Brightspace. If you're at all unfamiliar with how to use Brightspace, don't hesitate to reach out. I will say also, when it comes to email, I greatly prefer that we use webmail as opposed to the in-house Brightspace messaging service, which can be finicky and difficult sometimes. But any way that you reach out to me, I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. again, this week one stuff is not really meant to do anything other than get you used to engaging in this course in this online space. So the first couple of assignments are there to do just that. Read the syllabus and take the quiz. Do the discussion post. For discussion posts, if you notice in the instructions when you click on the post that in order to get full credit for a discussion post, you need to not only post your original thread of at least 250 words, but then also reply to two others in the course. And all of that needs to be done before the end of the week on Sunday night. The responses don't have to be 250 words. I say 100 words or so. Approaching that is fine. Generally speaking, what I look for in a good response to someone else's post is something more than, hey, I like what you said there, or I like this post. Good job. Or, yeah, I kind of agree. Just something really simple and unsubstantive and shallow, not really having much depth. Um, this first week is all about get to know yous. So go ahead and use those replies to engage with some of your classmates. You're going to be helping each other out a lot over the course of the semester. So here's your chance to get to know each other up front. And then last thing is that entrance writing sample, which the prompt should also be linked in the announcement below. The assignment folder is linked in Brightspace as well. If you're unfamiliar with how to turn things in, there are instructions for submitting documents to Brightspace on the bottom of the prompt for the entrance writing sample. So everything should be there for you to help you kind of like figure out how to navigate Brightspace and do the work and the kinds of rhythm that we'll get into throughout the course of the semester. So that's it for now. Starting next week, we'll start work on Essay 1 right away. I'll give you the topic. I'll give you the a couple of things to practice on, and we'll pick up from there. One thing that I probably should have said earlier in the video, but it is stated in the syllabus, you do not need to buy the 1010 textbook for this course. It's called Let's Write with Readings, something like that. And I haven't used the textbook for English 1010 in quite some while, and certainly for an online course, it is very easy to simply give you the things that I would like you to read. So always be on the lookout for that. At the beginning of each week, I will post an announcement about what we're doing this week and what work needs to be done. That'll look for those on Monday typically, and then usually sometime in the day on Tuesday, I will upload a video like this, sort of going into more detail, more context, and to provide a couple of pointers as we move forward. So that's it for now. Look forward to working with everyone in this course over the next few weeks. Good luck in this course and all your other classes. If there's any way I can be of help, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email is jmmurphy@pstcc.edu. You may be getting an email from me in the next few hours anyway, so be on the lookout for that. In the meanwhile, good luck. I look forward to it. I'll see you in week 2.